I'm pissed. Pissed off, I tell you. Ugh, shit, that hurt. Do I got a towel? Yeah, pissed off about this shit. Pissed off about it. Come on in. Smash the like. I have no idea. I already called and talked to Nick, so I know. Anyways, shout out to my LDBC. I'm Trill Will. Y'all know who I am. Y'all know who I be, and y'all know what my plan was tonight. My plan was to do a live stream showing you guys just how much Metcalf is the reason behind why we're all here. In the case of Carmelo Anthony, did a live stream on TikTok yesterday. And he also did a live stream on X where the so-called muzzle came off, and he proceeded to show the world the reason why him and his wife ain't together and why his son is in the ground. He showed you everything he said. I got to show only the glimpse of what he said before my internet went out. Shout out to all y'all that just stepped in the building. My internet in my house is down still. Apparently, everybody in my neighborhood is down. So I can't use all of my evidence that I have, but I am going to do a show tomorrow. I don't give a shit how tired I am. I'm going to do this show. This show is going to get done with every ounce of receipts that I have, including the words that came out of Jeff Metcalf's own mouth. Because these are not my feelings. Again, this is not my feelings. This is not emotional. This is about facts. This is about statistics, facts, data, and what you can prove. And just, I want to prove just how incompetent, how malfeasance, how disgustingly incompetent the lawyer team for Carmelo Anthony really was. They were on the same side as the prosecutors. I just got a notification from the cable people saying it's gonna be like till 12 o'clock tonight before they get the internet and stuff restored. So right now I don't have any internet in my house, which is driving me mad. I literally cut my grass and I wasn't even planning on doing that shit today. But my yard looks better. But there's that. Still don't have any fucking internet. And I'm pissed off about it. And right when I was about to get into the good part, there goes the internet. And I thought somebody had reported my video, to be honest with you. But anyways, Jeff Metcalf showed you exactly why Austin Metcalf is where he is now. Showed you. He showed you. He showed you. He showed you. He showed you. I done seen Jason Fatlock and that coon bitch that he had on his show talking about how glad they were there were no black jurors. As if this country doesn't have a history of unjustly prosecuting black criminals, people who they perceive black criminals. Notice how nobody's bringing up the fact that Austin and Hunter were in alternative school. Notice that nobody talked about Austin and Hunter practicing jujitsu. Notice that nobody's talking about how Austin and his brother beat up their dad and broke his arm. Not talking about that. Notice they're not talking about how the DA has pending charges on his ass right now in regards to sexual impropriety with a female. Yeah, he used and abused his office just like the fucking the pedophile and thief in the White House right now. Racism is alive in your mind. You stupid fucks don't even know what racism is. You stupid, dumb, backwoods, low IQ fucking redneck, because you heard your stupid pedophile and thief say it over and over again. So you think you're smart enough to come in here and talk to somebody with an IQ higher than yours. See, y'all do things like this weird shit like his. This is why I worry about children around y'all. What's up, Brandon? I wonder about your browser history. Cause you motherfuckers are weird. Y'all come in comment sections trying to troll, talking about the most homosexual shit I've ever seen in the history of ever. I've never seen it a day in my life. What's up, Jesse? See, look at them. These backwoods white ignorants. Y'all better pray to God my internet ain't back on. Well, shit. They saying it's 2 o'clock now. Fuck y'all. How do people come in here trying to tell black people what racism is? I have a question for all you stupid backwoods, low IQ, trailer humping fucking sister fucking hillbillies in the chat who love just saying the most ignorant and stupidest shit y'all can think of saying. How can I, as a black man, stop anything that you're doing in your life? Do I, as a black man, have the power to tell you where you can go to school? Do I have the power to tell you where you can go to church? What water fountain you could drink out of? Or does the Constitution even qualify you as a human being? I, as a black man in America, cannot stop you from doing shit. Racism is prejudice plus power. That's what racism is. Racism is prejudice plus power. It's impossible for me, as a black man in this raggedy racist ass country, to be racist. Mean words does not mean that I'm racist. Because I hurt your little fucking feelings does not mean that I'm racist. See, you raggedy ass sun dodging snow roaches, y'all think racism is tied to me hurting your little pissy ass feelings. Because I tell you fucking rejects that you got little dicks and you piss on your own balls. Most of y'all are fat, disgusting, got 2 teeth in your mouth, and smoke meth. That's a you problem. I can generalize just like y'all do black people, but you lie on black people. You have to skew facts in order to lie on black people. You have to lie about data and statistics that's easily debunked because y'all say the same shit over and over. 1350, 1352, 1357, whatever number y'all feel like making up per capita, all this other bullshit y'all like to make up in your head. And all you have to do is go to the Sentencing Commission, type in the race, because they have a big interactive map on their website where you can type in the race and you can see just who really is leading the country in violence. And it ain't us. Shout out to my brother Jesse in the super chat. He said, Will proves me every day he's not a racist and I'm white. Yeah. But let these stupid fucks tell it. I'm a racist. I've never one time in the history of my entire life ever said I hated all white people simply for them being white. I've never said that shit ever in my life. I never even told y'all I hated Trump because he was white. I never once said that shit. And I still won't say it because that's not the reason I don't like that stupid piece of shit. I don't like him because he's a rapist. He fucks little kids. He's hurt little kids. He steals. He lies like he breathes. He's a habitual fucking liar. And he's a piece of dog shit. He is the worst pile of shit y'all ever elected to the office of the president. This country is a fucking joke now. That's why I don't like him. Race has nothing to do with it. See, the difference between you and me, you judge me off my skin color. I judge you because you're an ignorant piece of shit. And you're mad because I'm right and you know I'm right. Y'all start deflecting, oh, you mad, you're angry. I'm not mad. What do I got to be mad about? I'm not the one fucking up my life. You are. You're fucking up your own life and you're laughing thinking you're fucking up mine. You're not. You're not. You're not making my life worse. You're making your own life worse. I learned the way y'all fucking move because y'all move just like your raggedy ass clan ancestors. Y'all move just like them. Y'all move in the same. Y'all have not changed shit about how y'all move. You do the same thing. You're tribal. This is what low IQ people do. They never change or innovate. They do the same thing over and over and over, expecting different results. The definition of insanity. Being a racist in 2026, you really are mentally retarded. You need help. You need some help. You need help. Y'all coming in here attacking me only shows that I'm telling the truth. And you can't handle it. Racism is a mental illness. You have to be mentally fucked up to think that somehow your skin color makes you superior to another person. And then at the same time, have Jesus in your bio and say that God created everything. So God created everything except black people, though? So that's what you're saying. So you're saying God is a lie. You say that's what you're saying by being a fucking racist. You're saying that I love God, but God didn't create black people. You see how mentally retarded you sound? You sound stupid. You sound dumb. You sound just as stupid as that statement I just made. How can you say you love God who you haven't seen, but you hate me who you have? And I ain't done nothing to you. Most of these trolls in here coming in here saying all this racist shit, getting mad at me and calling me all out my name and shit. They don't even know me. Don't know me from Adam. Don't know a damn thing about me. Don't know my name, don't know my family, don't know nothing. All you know is you see a black face on the internet telling the truth and you fucking hate it because it fucks with you because you can't do shit about it. This is nothing new under the sun. Y'all move just like your clan ancestors. Y'all are the absolute same. Burning crosses in Chicago. Y'all think burning crosses is going to scare us now in 2026? Come burn a cross in my front yard. And let's see how that works out for you. Because I'm going to burn a cross in your ass. And you ain't going to come back from this. That's the wild part for me. The wild part for me is y'all think that this shit is look, see? Got another racist in the chat. Look at him. Look at him. See? YouTube won't do anything about them. They can come in here and write all kinds of racist shit in my chat. And YouTube won't do nothing. Absolutely nothing. But think about it. These coward pieces of shit pussies come on the internet, typing nigger this and nigger that, and will never say this shit to a black person's face without police being around. I guarantee it. Look at their hero, Chud the butt fucker. Chud the butt fucker only got tough when there were police around. Because he was a bitch. He went and selectively picked out people he thought he could bully. And that's the only reason. And he had a firearm and bear mace with him in order for him to feel fucking tough. He's a bitch. Just like you. He's a bitch. Charlie Kirk was a bitch. He went to college campuses with college kids who didn't know shit about nothing he was talking about. They were there to learn shit. Charlie Kirk couldn't even get into West Point, nor could he hack it in college. He's a college dropout. Imagine that, going to tell college students to drop out of college because he didn't make it. And he'll get in fucking debates with college kids who don't know shit about nothing. They just got out of high school. They ain't focused on politics. They ain't focused on economics. They're not focused on this shit. They're focusing on growing up. But ironically, that's their hero. Just like Trump, a fucking failure, a fraud, a con man. The man, you can't even name, none of these motherfuckers who suck Trump's dick can name one business Donald Trump ever started that made money. Besides stealing the presidency and stealing money from all of us. Notice what happened to Charlie Kirk when he went to Cambridge. Notice what happened to Charlie Kirk when he actually debated somebody who knew what the fuck they were talking about. They made him look simple. They made him look stupid. They made him look like the idiot we all knew he was. All Charlie Kirk did was go around the country pretending like he loved God, but spewing hate towards black people who done nothing to him. What did black people do to Charlie Kirk? What did black people do to Toilet Paper USA? What did black people do to the Klan? What did the black people do to white people in general? These are real questions. What did black people do to them? What did he do? What did black people do to them? Asians. What did black people do to Asians? What did black people do to Latinos? What did they do? Did we steal all your land and kick you off of it and tell you you're illegal now? No, that wasn't us. Did we drop 2 nuclear bombs on top of you? No. Did we pass the Chinese Exclusion Act in 1862? No. Did we put Japanese people in internment camps? No, we didn't do that either. Didn't do none of that shit. So tell me why these Asians and fucking Latinos feel the need to be racist to the ones who dropped bombs on top of them, murdered their people, kidnapped their people at the border, kidnapped their women, lost their kids, starved them, started wars with them, overthrew their governments. Tell me why these motherfuckers got a problem with black Americans. Tell me that one. I'm waiting for that one. Tell me that one. We didn't do nothing to you motherfuckers. Not a damn thing. If anybody should have that kind of vim and vigor towards white people, it should be black people. I can name 1,000 things white people have done to black people. You kidnapped us from our country, stole our name, stole our heritage, stole our culture, stole our voice, stole our religion, our inventions, stole our innovation. You stole everything. You killed us. You lynched us. You burned down our buildings. You burned down our towns. You dropped bombs on top of us. You murdered thousands of us based on a lie. You falsely imprisoned thousands, if not millions of us. You planted crack in our communities, cocaine in our communities, guns in our communities. You redlined us into poverty. You defunded our schools so we couldn't get educated. Shall I keep going? You built interstates in the middle of prosperous black neighborhoods. You ran out black mom and pop stores and put in KFCs and McDonald's to poison us. You disenfranchised black farmers. Yep, sure did. The reason why you got to pay to go to college now is because of racism. The reason why you don't have adequate health care because of racism. The reason why you can't make a livable wage in America, racism. So again, I'm gonna ask y'all again one more time. I don't think nobody gonna answer my question. What did black people do to white people? What did we do besides free ourselves? What did black people do? That's what I want to know. I want to know what did black people do? Since y'all got all this vim and vigor crying, oh, black people are racist. How the fuck are we racist? Given everything I just told, and there's tons more shit infected us with syphilis to watch us die slow. You cut on our women's bodies without anesthesia to study gynecology. Illegally use our stem cells to study diseases. Stole our innovations, didn't allow us to patent our ideas. Oh yeah, you think I didn't know about that? So tell me again, why do black people get all this hate when white people are the ones who did the shit to you? White people overthrew governments. White people started all the wars. White people spread plagues and sickness throughout lands, killing and eviscerating millions of people. White people set up laws to benefit white supremacy. White people even poisoned their own people. White people even sent the Ku Klux Klan after the Greeks, after the Polish, after the Italians, after the Chinese, after the Japanese and Koreans. They sent the Klan after all y'all. And then they seen it wasn't working, so they told y'all to come in the club white. Where's the country called white? Shout out to Mahari in the super chat with that 2 piece. He said, keep cooking these foods. Black excellence rules. Exactly. So I'm gonna keep giving you examples with historical context so you can go look it up yourself. Because hopefully y'all can halfway read. You know the reason why? I know I jokingly say that shit, but you want to know something real fucked up? You know the reason why most of Americans can't read past the 6th grade level is by design. They defunded your schools. Y'all laughed it off because the black people got hurt worse. They defunded your hospitals. They moved them out of rural areas. Y'all laughed because black people were affected. See why they getting mad? See why the trolls are trolling? See why the trolls are in here mad as a motherfucker? Because all they can do is call petulant little childish names. Like that's gonna change anything. You can call me whatever name you fucking want to. At the end of the day, when I turn this camera off, your situation is not gonna change. You're still gonna be broke. You're still gonna be low IQ. You still can't read. You still fucking your sister. And you still got lice. And I'm still right. About time for y'all to start instead of misdirecting your anger, to start pointing your angry fist over where they need to be pointed at the people who put you in a position where y'all been at for centuries. Cause y'all were the slave catchers. Y'all was the ones blowing up and burning down towns with black people in it, minding their black ass businesses. hmm Y'all were the one. Y'all was the one stringing up black people in trees with tens of thousands of y'all walking around watching with smiles on your face, even bringing your fucking kids. Your ancestors were the one that hung Mary Turner by her feet, cut her baby from her stomach when she was 8 months pregnant, shot her, set her on fire, and watched her die. Shot her over 60 times. You did it. Wasn't me. Wasn't black people that did that shit. It was y'all. Y'all fought a civil war over slavery. Oh, Will, it was over states' rights, Will. It was over states' rights. Then why did the vice president of the Confederate States of America says the cornerstone of the Confederacy is slavery? Oops. Oops. Because all y'all do is lie. The only thing you can do is lie and keep changing the rules. That's the reason why Carmelo Anthony is going to jail on some bullshit, bogus ass fucking charges, which should have been self-defense because that kid was in his seat at 5'7", 130 pounds, and big fat ass Austin Metcalf, 6'1", 225, decided to go fuck with him. Him and his funky ass brother and two of their friends. They jumped that boy. By witness testimony in court. That's their words, not mine. It's funny that y'all don't talk about how Jeff Metcalf ain't a piece of shit. It's funny how y'all don't talk. Well, man, I'm not going to tell a man what to say when his son got killed. Did y'all say the same thing about Trayvon Martin's mom and daddy? Did you? No, y'all made fun of them. What about Mike Brown's parents? What about Freddie Gray's kids? What about Trayvon Martin's parents? Philando Castile. What about his girlfriend and his beautiful little daughter that watched him get murdered? Y'all was making memes about them. You were making memes about them, picking fun with them. What about George Floyd's kids? What about his family? Y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all didn't give a fuck about justice. Because if you gave a fuck about justice, tell me why a white student at a high school not too far from where the shit that happened with Carmelo Anthony stabbed a Hispanic kid in the bathroom and got charged with criminal negligent homicide then. Tell me that one. I'm waiting. Or tell me how Kyle Rittenhouse, who drove across state lines with an illegal gun, shot and killed two people, and didn't face not one day in trial, not one day in jail. Tell me why. Tell me why. Don't worry, I'll wait. Tell me how y'all gonna justify that shit. Or tell me how the police officers who murdered Tamir Rice at 12 years old in a park, minding his little black ass business, playing with a toy like all 12-year-olds do, how he got shot in 2.7 seconds. And not one of them police officers, they didn't even bring that shit to trial. He went to another police department after that. Tell me how George Zimmerman got off when he stalked a 17-year-old kid that did not break the law. Stalked him down, started a fight, got his ass kicked and shot the kid and got off with self-defense. Now you tell me, am I tripping? There's too many court precedents that's already out right now. They're going to debunk everything you fuckers already in this chat saying. He shouldn't have brought a knife to the school. He shouldn't have brought a knife to the school. He didn't have a fucking knife, you fucking dumb dicks. He had one of these. He had one of these. Has a knife in it. He had one of these. Multi-purpose tools called a Gerber. Had one in the Marine Corps. Very handy. I keep one of these for work. I keep it because it's useful. I can use it to pull stuff out. If I have to cut some cable or cut something to get to what I need to get to, I can. He defended himself. But I forgot in America, black people don't have the right to be fearful for their own lives. Black people don't have the right to defend themselves either, especially against white people. Especially against white people. We don't have the right to defend ourselves. Because if that were the case, Rick Chow should be in jail, in prison for the rest of his fucking miserable ass, old ass life, and so should his bitch ass son. Y'all still haven't told me what elements rose to the point to allow Rick Chow to shoot a 14-year-old child in the back and then claim self-defense. How do you claim self-defense shooting somebody in the back? If someone's back is turned to you, they're no longer a threat to you under the law. Exactly, Vino Gotti. I carried one in the Marine Corps. I had a Gerber. That was my best friend in the Marine Corps. Cutting BB-50 cord and all that shit. Right, like unless they had a head like an owl. They could turn their head 360. This is what I'm saying. This is what people aren't talking about. You see all these coon Sambos. Man, when I do this video tomorrow, y'all be prepared for ThreatCon 3. I am going full fucking throttle tomorrow. As soon as they get my fucking internet back to working like it should be, they done fucked up my internet. And I'm pissed off about it. I am going to do this video. I done dug up too much evidence. Too much. As soon as I get off tomorrow. Hopefully they have my internet fixed by then. Or before then. Hopefully they have my internet fixed before then. See, the thing is, this is where these motherfuckers on the internet and these fucking racists in general get the whole point fucked up. They call black people racist because black people do not stand or bend our heads or bow or act subservient to these motherfuckers anymore. We call a spade, the truth, a lie, and let that be that. And they can't handle that shit no more. Because, niggas got to know their place. You got to know your place, nigger. You got to know your place, blackie. You got to know your place. Your place is to be subservient to me. You can't tell a white man he's lying. You can't look a white man in his eye and tell him he's a fucking liar. That's the way they think. They think racism is all about words. Racism is about action. Fuck words. Words are just words. You know what else is funny to me? How Chud the Builder and all these other fucktards that was out here roaming around, going to start shit with black people, was talking about how black people were chipping out about a fucking word. But as soon as a black person call you a fucking racist, you get all in your feelings and start calling black people racist and saying you got black fatigue and all kind of weird shit. Ain't it funny? Ain't it funny that racist white people who say black people are always being the victim and always this are the biggest crybaby back bitches you ever seen? Like Charlie Kirk, like Nick Fuentes, Tim Pool, every right-wing commentator, all they do is whine and bitch. Matter of fact, they got the biggest baby back bitch in the White House. All he does is cry and whine. I'm a victim. It's rigged. No evidence. It's rigged. The 2020 election is rigged. It's 2026. In 6 years, Donald Trump has not showed y'all one shred of fucking evidence to show you that elections were rigged, and you dumbasses still believe his stupid, retarded ass, don't you? You sure do. He ain't provided you one shred of evidence. Alex Jones has it. Glenn Beck. None of these fucking retarded ass rednecks have shown y'all not one iota, not one piece of evidence to show you something contrary to the fact that the elections were rigged. Ain't it funny that before this raggedy ass orange pile of shit got his stupid ass in the White House, now all of a sudden the elections are rigged? And the only elections that are rigged are the ones that he don't win? The only elections that are rigged are the ones that where Republicans don't win and they get stumped out? Ain't it funny? Oh, and just so y'all know, all you dumbasses who vote for Republican, guess what they just did for 2027? If your wife is pregnant, I feel sorry for her. If you got a newborn baby, I feel sorry for them. Well, actually, I don't, because you voted for it. They just took $200 million from WIC. So, yeah, kiss that shit goodbye. Hey, farmers, you stupid fucks, you voted for this bitch ass nigga too. Guess what? They just took more money out of your house. Oops. They just voted to cut $200 million from WIC. Oops. Y'all ain't caught on to Donald Trump's play yet? Every 2 weeks, Donald Trump is going to bomb the shit out of Iran. He's going to nuke Iran into oblivion, and he's going to take Karg Island, and he's going to do this, and he's going to take over the Strait of Hormuz, and he's going to do that, and he's going to do. We totally obliterated their Navy, Army, Air Force, blah, 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 blah. He comes and tell y'all the same shit. You stupid motherfuckers get comfortable again, and lo and behold, same old fuck shit, same old day. Donald Trump ain't produced no fucking results, only for his own pockets. And you stupid fucks got nothing. Y'all got nothing. These Republicans that y'all dumbasses keep voting for quite literally told you that the Social Security and Medicaid that you paid into, if you worked, like I have, I've been working since I was 14 years old. If you pay taxes, if you pay all this shit, you pay into it, we're just gonna steal it. We're gonna take all that money you paid in FICA off your paycheck, which I still pay FICA on my check. It comes out every week. It'll be there Wednesday. When I check my pay stub on Wednesday, FICA's gonna be out. They're gonna take out. I quote probably by the end of the year, they'll probably take out $7,000 in FICA from me again. About $11,000-12,000 in federal taxes on me, and about $8,000 or $9,000 in state taxes on me. You know. Meanwhile, Tesla and Palantir, and Jeff Bezos, and all these other billionaire retards pay absolutely zero in federal taxes, and you bitches ain't even mad about it. You're more upset because I'm saying mean-spirited words towards you because you're a fucking idiot. And you can't see the forest for the trees for your own bigotry. You're too busy trying to call me a bigot or a racist without listening to what the fuck I'm actually saying. I'm telling your stupid ass, you're so caught up in your team winning that your team is fucking you. And your team is fucking your kids. And they're fucking your grandkids. And they're robbing them blind. Because guess who's going to have to repay all this debt this piece of shit orange bastard is stealing from you? Not you. Oh no, you're not going to have to pay for it. Nope. Your grandkids are going to pay for it. Your great grandkids are going to pay for it. All this debt this bitch ass nigga is running up, all this debt this stupid ass war is causing, all this money the Republicans are stealing and giving to the rich, which they have no plans of giving that shit back to none of us. All that shit. And meanwhile, they're building data centers everywhere in the United States. And you won't see a dime. Not one red cent. But I guarantee you're gonna pay more for your electric bill. I guarantee you your fucking water's gonna be shit now. So they can use all the infrastructure your tax dollars have paid for. They didn't pay any, mind you. They didn't pay shit into this infrastructure. You did. I did. We paid into the system. They abuse it. The biggest welfare frauds in America are in the billionaire class, the Epstein class. These billionaires who look their nose down at you like they better than you are. The ones who keep shoveling money into these politicians' pockets so they can pass laws to fuck us even harder. As if we're all not struggling right now. Yeah, Carpe Diem. Ain't it funny? Ain't it funny? Same thing happened with Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris told y'all this shit was going to happen, didn't she? She sure did. She sure in the fuck did. Kamala Harris told you exactly what was going to happen, but you said, oh no, we can't vote for this nigger, especially if she's a woman. We can't vote for her. That's a double entendre. We can't vote for her. She's too emotional. She don't have any self-control. She don't know how to lead. The most qualified candidate in the history of this country to ever run for the office of president was Kamala Harris. And y'all looked that black woman in her face and y'all told her, bitch, be gone. And you voted for a fucking con man who already showed y'all the first time when he was in office, he could give a fuck if you lived or died. He could give a fuck if your sick grandpappy, your sick grandma, your disabled son or daughter. He don't give a fuck about none of them. And you bitches sitting here cheering like y'all on some fucking football team. This is your real fucking life. My brother AB in the super chat. Salute to you, man. With that two-piece. This Carmelo Anthony case was solely based on race, period. And I'll bet anybody, any amount of money, that's a fact. Jeff Metcalf proved that. Oh, I'm a Christian, but I'm not perfect. Charleston White is bad person. But he's not a. Oh, I got an idea. What if we call Mello a watermelon felon? Ha 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 ha. He proceeded to show you why he was on a gag order in the first fucking place. He proceeded to show you exactly why Austin Metcalf is in a box right now. He showed you. No self-control, no discipline, no decorum. Dude, you just buried your son. And the thing you did was get on a 3-hour live stream and rage bait the entire time you on there. Talking about I just tried to go to them and pray with them just to show that we're above. No, you didn't. That wasn't your intent. They knew it. Carmelo's parents are smart. They're affluent. They got money. They haven't used a dime of that Give, Send, Go money. They haven't used a dime of it. Not one red cent. They already had money. I seen every demonic thing y'all could say about that kid. Everything. I didn't see not one video of him interacting with his family. I didn't see the video of him introducing himself as the captain of the track team. Y'all didn't talk about his academic accomplishments. I didn't hear none of that shit about Austin Metcalf. None of it. I seen pictures of him posting up with fucking guns and shit. I seen his daddy sit on a 3-hour live stream and show everybody the reason why he was on a gag order. Because he has no self-control. And he's a fucking racist. He showed exactly why both his sons are bullies. He showed you exactly why. Showed you exactly why. Because none of this shit would have happened had Austin Metcalf minded his own fucking business and left Carmelo alone. He wasn't bothering anybody. You can always tell how a child is by the way their father acts. You can always tell that. I'm a proud parent. When people come across my kids, they say, oh, they're so respectful. They're so kind. They're so disciplined. I bet you don't have a problem out of them. I don't. Because we raised our kids right. But Will, you be cussing out racists on the internet. I tell my kids to do the same thing. Let a racist have it. Don't spare them nothing. At all. Check disrespect right where it's at. And I got your back. 100%. And I proved it every time. Anytime my kids got into something and I knew it was something foul about it, guess what? My black ass was at that school. They tried to do that to my older son. He was just in here starting fights in the bathroom and da. Wouldn't show me the statement. Tried to hide that shit. Oh, I already knew what type of time it was. Oh, so you can't. So where are the other two students at that try to jump my son? Where they at? Oh, no, that's not why we're here. See, that's not why we're here. Yes, the fuck it is. They got into an altercation with my son, tried to jump him, got their asses whooped. And now you want to suspend my son. I see the play. And I said it right in front of my son. I can call him in here right now, he'll tell you. I said right in there and tell him to their face. Didn't mince words or nothing. Got very intimidated when he seen me walk in. And I didn't go in all ratchet. I came in with a button-up shirt, some slacks. That's why I was working in corporate America then. Some nice dress shoes, whole nine. Seeing me come in there. Oh, that tone changed. He should have seen how fast he folded that fucking statement up and tried to hide it from me. Let me see that. No, this is evidence for the school, da. Okay. I knew what type of time that was. You're gonna try to paint my son as the villain in the story, not the ones who try to jump him, like Austin Metcalf and his raggedy ass brother. Who Hunter, by the way, started the shit. If they would learn to mind their own stinking ass sun dodging business, his brother would still be alive. They tried their best to make Carmelo Anthony look like the aggressor in the whole situation. They tried their best to do it. Tried. Everybody who got up and testified for the prosecution lied, changed, and recanted their statements that they made to the police officer. So under the threat of perjury anyway, they all committed perjury. The DA is a fucking piece of shit that's got sexual assault claims on him right now. Ain't it ironic how Jeff Metcalf was friends with the DA and the judge? And they was trying to send Carmelo Anthony to his cousin's jail where his cousin is the warden. Well, I tell you, white supremacy ain't changed a bit. It ain't changed. White supremacy has never changed and it never will until we make them. Just like we made them at the Civil War. We made them change. And they haven't got over it since. That's why they're mad at black people. Pugilists, what's up, family? They're mad at black people because of that shit right there. Ain't because of something that we did to them, per se. It's because we emancipated ourselves and we've been doing fine. Despite all the obstacles they put in our way. The racism, the segregation, the redlining, the defunding of our schools, the bombing of our successful towns and shit, the coup d'etat in Wilmington, North Carolina in 1898, the massacres, the lynchings, all that, and still we rise. And they can't get over it. That's why they would never put down that rebel flag. Even though it wasn't even a battle flag, they told it during the Civil War. It was white. It was all white. $13 stars in the corner for the 13 colonies that seceded from the Union, starting with South Carolina. Don't surprise me none. It don't. This case didn't surprise me. As soon as I heard an all-white jury, I knew that young man was cooked. I knew he was cooked. Every since black people emancipated themselves from the chains of chattel slavery, these motherfuckers ain't let that shit go since. That's why the language in the 13th Amendment did not abolish slavery. That's the reason why they rescinded Article 2 of the VRA. And the racist Confederate states who succeeded and committed treason against the United States were the first and only states to go and steal black voices from Congress. But these bastards tell you it's not about race. That's why as soon as the Klansman in chief, him and his merry band of fucking retards, got in power, the first thing they did was go after every successful black person. They removed black people from federal jobs, from the military, the whole nine. Why do y'all think Donald Trump and them has been on a fucking tirade to try to erase black history? Why do y'all think they try to make DEI sound like only black people benefited from it? DEI, DEIA, it gave provisions for people with disabilities, age, their sex. It gave everybody a fair shot. And guess who the biggest beneficiaries were? The same white women who voted against it. White women benefited more than everybody. Had more Sector C jobs than any other demographic. Y'all think this shit came out of nowhere? DEI was to help everybody. That's why you have Title IXs and Title Xs and Title VIIIs. That's why you have that shit in place. That's why a job can't discriminate against you because you're black, because you're queer or homosexual, because you have a disability or you're a certain age. That's why they can't do that, because of DEI policies. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Inclusion means inclusive of everybody, not just white men. You greedy bastards don't want to share. Because most of you motherfuckers in the position that you got it because your daddy knew somebody, not because you were qualified. Most of you motherfuckers got into college, got into Harvard, Yale, or Princeton, not because you were smart, but because your daddy was on the board. Or your daddy donated millions of dollars to the school. Legacy admissions. Y'all don't talk about that shit, do you? Nope. You sure in the fuck don't. Yes, DEI equals Christian values. DEI is what Jesus Christ himself preached about. Why do you think Jesus Christ himself didn't hang around so-called Christians? He hung around the backslider. He hung around the drunks, the prostitutes, the black sheeps. And then these people get in here and talk about how much they love Jesus and ain't showed an ounce of love whatsoever. They literally have a gall to compare Donald Trump to somebody or something Jesus would call. He's a man after God's own heart. Where? A whoremonger? A lie? A bearer of false witness? A murderer? A sexual assaulter of children? He's the one? Because he came in y'all face and lied to y'all and told y'all about God. Oh, the Christians, all the Christians, they're attacking the Christians. Oh, y'all thought, yeah, he's about God. He's thinking about bringing prayer back in school. Yeah. There's a reason there's a separation from church and state. That's why there's no language of God in the Constitution or the preamble of the Constitution or the Declaration of Independence. There's a reason why. Because they knew this stupid shit would happen. A whole bunch of people pretending to be Christians, lining up, lining up in droves to falsely claim they're Christians, only to turn around to be the biggest sadists and devils you ever seen in your life. See, you're not a Christian because you say you're a Christian. You're a Christian because you act like one. If you say you're a Christian, people should see Christ in you, right? If you say you're a Christian, people should see God in you. That's what my daddy always said. And he's a preacher. Christianity ain't about what you say. Because people lie and bear false witness all day, every day. Look at Paula White. Y'all think this woman, y'all think this bitch is the second coming of Jesus Christ. Oh man, if you give me $100,000, I will command God to send angels. Who the fuck is she? The devil himself tempted Jesus 3 times. And all 3 times he got shut down. Who the fuck is Paula White? Some white bitch that go around acting like she's speaking tongues because she been at TD Jake's church so she can mimic black preachers? So she can hoop like black preachers? So she can have a cadence like black people? And I said, huh, and a ha, ha, and a ha, and a ha, and a ha. That's why she looks stupid. And Aki, tiki, saka, saka, raka, tiki, raka. She ain't talking to God, but she's summoning a spirit. Many would say they did so many works and acts in my name. They would say they cast out demons. They would say they paid tithes and went to church and they did all this stuff in my name. And I would look at them and I tell them, depart from me, you workers of iniquity, for I know you not. Get away from me. A lot of these people are in for a rude awakening when they leave this earth. They're in for a rude awakening. Charlie Kirk's gonna have a lot of company. You can't say you are a Christian if everything that comes out in your actions equals hate. There is no way you can convince me Charlie Kirk was a Christian when everything he said was denigrating black people, who he don't know, who he didn't hang around. Candace Owens don't count. She wants to be a white woman. You cannot tell me or convince me of anything other one way or another that this man was a Christian or anything close to Christ when everything that came out of his mouth was lies about black people, lying about statistics and data that's easily debunkable, lying about, oh, you're gangsters, 1352, 1357. Y'all can't even make up the numbers right. Per capita, Will. It's per capita. The word God comes from Yeshua. Since I ain't even gonna waste my time. It's funny. Y'all always come in here with all that vim and that vigor in your heart. Y'all always do. You never surprise me though. I'm used to y'all now. Been used to it. I'm used to it. The word of God comes from Germans. Sure it did, bud. Came from Hebrews. Yep, Omarosa sure did. Sheesh. These people quite literally never surprise me. It don't. I be hoping, yo, and I'm gonna be real with y'all. I be hoping like something I'll say will make a light come on in their head and be like, you know what? I had this black guy all wrong. I had black people in general all wrong. They were really trying to help all of us, but they won't see it because they're too ignorant to see. It's gonna take them going all the way to the pits of hell for them to actually see the point. For them to actually see the very ones they demonized was the ones that was actually the canary in the coal mine, crying for help, trying to tell them to be careful of who you trust. And you people keep giving your trust to the same kinds of individuals who keep going against you every single time. And what they do when y'all find out or y'all get wind of it, they change who the enemy is. Look at what Trump just did in the last year and a half. First, it was black jobs, then they're eating your cats and dogs and shit. Then it was the Latinos, it was Guatemalans, and it was Mexicans, and then it was Somalians, and then all this. Then it's about fraud when Trump is stealing more money than any other president that ever served in the office of president. And you stupid dumbasses come back and say, well, he's not taking a salary, Will, but his fortune has grown by $4 billion. And you motherfuckers think that's just a little bit of money. Do you know how long it'll take you to spend $1 billion? It'll take you a lifetime to spend $1 billion, dumbass. But y'all are too stupid to see somebody actually trying to help you. You are more willing and more amped to try to say something derogatory towards me versus listening to what the fuck I'm telling you. Y'all are going to keep voting for Republican. As y'all shown in this past primary, you still voted for Lindsey Graham, even though Lindsey Graham ain't done shit in 23 years he have ever served in the office of senator. Been a senator for 23 years, replaced Strom Thurmond. Has not done a fucking thing but suck up to Donald Trump and suck the dick of Israel. Has not done shit for his state at all. Him or Tim Scott. Neither one of these fucking clowns has done anything. Yep, Rusty, exactly. What do you have to lose? Everything. Here's what we lost so far. We lost our credibility in the world. We lost the Strait of Hormuz. We lost the trust of every ally we ever knew. We lost credibility around the world. We lost our standing as the superpower in the world. Women lost autonomy to their bodies. We lost fairness when it comes to jobs and money and everything else. We lost representation of people fighting for us. We lost our sanity. We lost our peace. We lost family members. And I ain't just talking about by death. I'm talking about literally. We lost family members because they were so drunk on Kool-Aid, I can't fuck with them no more. Lost friends. Lost people who I thought were decent people who turned out to be evil, spiteful, and maniacal and wishing harm to come to people they don't even know. I'm gonna tell y'all something else. I'm gonna tell y'all just how dangerous Donald Trump really was. There was a migrant camp at the border of the US and Mexico. And in that migrant camp in Mexico, there was over 1 million migrants who gave up everything for a chance to come here. Because Donald Trump and everybody who was sucking off Donald Trump was going on national TV telling them about Joe Biden having open borders. And when they got to the border, they found out it was fucking closed. There's never been a such thing as open borders. Never. Because if that was the case, then why did Donald Trump kick down the biggest border bill in the history of this country then? Why did he instruct the Republican cowards to strike down that fucking bill then? Since there was an open border policy then. All it takes for you to sit down and get out of that fucking hype train and actually start listening to what this dumbass says and then start using your common sense to say, that don't make sense. He said there was open borders. People were just pouring in at the border. Well, that can't be true. Because why is there a migrant camp down in Mexico then? With millions of people waiting to try to get in this country, and they couldn't. Because Donald Trump lies like he breathes. And you dumbasses will not wake up for the life of you because y'all keep believing the hype. Y'all still believe in the myth of white supremacy. Y'all still believe in the myth that somehow skin color determines intelligence, somehow skin color determines who you are in this world, and it does not. And it shouldn't anyway. The content of your character is the most important thing. Do you have integrity? Can I trust you to do the right thing when I'm not around you? Do you have discipline not to blow off your fucking cover because somebody says something you don't like? Do you have enough bearing to stand there and act like a grown adult when someone's acting childish? Can you make sound decisions? Can you be on time? Can you meet deadlines? Can you do all that shit? That's how you judge a good person. Can you honor what you say? Can I depend on you? Y'all quite literally put the sacrifice of thousands and thousands of veterans like myself in the hands of a 5-time draft dodger. And y'all thought this shit was going to work out good for all of us. Y'all put the fate of this country and the sacrifice and the deaths of all these Smedley Butler, Chesty Puller, two prestigious Marines who sacrificed everything for freedom, for life, liberty, and justice for all, allegedly. Fought in wars and more wars and conflicts y'all never heard about. A lot of people like me have PTSD thinking about the shit that we had to do in the name of this country, in service of this country. And then these people get on here, come in my live streams, trying to tell me I'm not American enough. I think I've sacrificed more than you did. I didn't ask to be there. I didn't ask to do what I had to do. Didn't ask for that shit at all. I gotta live with what I did. That's the hardest part. I gotta live with that for the rest of my life. You don't have to carry that cross. I do. I did it in service of this country as a United States Marine. My brother did it as a United States Army in the United States Army, and my oldest brother did it in the United States Navy. My parents, they produced some great kids. 7 of us, 5 boys and 2 girls. And out of 7 kids, 6 of them have college degrees. 3 of them have military service as well. I think my parents did a fucking damn good job for us growing up in poverty. They did a very good job. I commend my parents. And no, I'm not your stereotypical black man. I was raised in a 2-parent household all the way up until my mama passed away in 2011. My dad and my mom was still married. Whoops. So I'm not your stereotypical Negro. Wrong guy. I'm a Marine Corps veteran, college graduate, worked in corporate America, done it all, seen it all, traveled the world, done some great shit, done some not so great shit, married a beautiful woman, had some beautiful children, and doing my best to raise them. Now I'm a granddad. And the reason why I'm mad is because my granddaughter is going to have to foot the bill for your ignorance. Her kids are going to have to foot the bill for your ignorance. That's not fair to them. They got to come into the world with debt on top of them already. And they didn't even make the debt. Stupid decisions and emotion. A dumbass sitting in the White House who don't know what the fuck he's doing, surrounded by a bunch of dick eaters who don't know what the fuck they're doing. The Secretary of Health and Human Services is a fucking coke sniffing heroin addict who cuts off the penis of fucking raccoons in the street and takes it home like it's a souvenir. Salute to Carl in the super chat. Say goodnight, Chesty, wherever you are. Hoorah. That man was a legend. And if you don't know who Chesty Pulley was, if you don't know who Chesty Pulley was, I suggest you read him. Read into him. Google him. Don't tell me my internet is back on. Hold on, y'all. Hold up. I think my internet is back on. Maybe it's back. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Okay. I think my internet is back on. Chesty Puller. That's his name. The man was a legend. 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 Definitely look him up. I'm not going to give you the details until you read into him. We can talk about it because I know all about him. That man did some extraordinary shit, pointing out snipers with a stick after he was wounded. The man was fearless. Even after he was shot, he led Marines. Never quit. Never surrender. Yes, he was in the Marine Corps. He was a gunnery sergeant. He was a gunnery sergeant. Yep, he was a gunnery sergeant. He was a gunnery sergeant. He was a whole gunny. He was a whole gunny out here. Yeah, gunny's an E7. Gunny's an E7. I was an E5. I was a sergeant. I got out as an E5. Sergeant. So you have private, PFC, lance corporal, corporal, sergeant, staff sergeant, gunny, master sergeant, then either master gunnery sergeant or a sergeant major to E9. It goes all the way up to E9. Just like you have O10, which is general. You have O1s to O10s, which are officers, of course. Y'all, my internet's back. What should I do? Should I go ahead and go to bed, or should I go ahead and strike up this live stream with these receipts? Y'all make the call. I think I should wait till tomorrow. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow. Cause I wanna be fresh. I wanna be fresh tomorrow. I wanna be fresh tomorrow. Cause I wanna drop every last one of these fucking receipts. Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta work tomorrow and Friday, then I'm on vacation for 9 days. So yeah, I can wait till tomorrow. It's gonna be a free smoke Friday that y'all gonna remember. I promise you. Y'all can just come back tomorrow. I promise y'all. What I'm going to do tomorrow to every last one of these fucks is gonna be mind blowing. It's gonna be legendary. I can assure you of that. Guarantee you. It's gonna piss a lot of motherfucking racists off though, and I don't give a fuck. So, good night, Chesty Puller, wherever you are, big dog. Hoorah, devil dog. That man was a legend. So was Smedley Butler. He was a legend too. 5 Navy Crosses ain't a bad thing to have. I'm going to bed. Got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So, finally got my internet back. It's finally back up. So, yeah. Yep. That's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, y'all have yourselves a good night. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Shout out to every last one of y'all in the chat, super chat, everybody who smashed the like button, even the fucking goofballs who came in here trolling. Thank y'all for the views. But yeah, it's up tomorrow. Just know that. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.